public money, they're wasting it. So they're all matured parliamentarians.
Don't make India ashamed.
I request you all to serve the nation.
Enough of all your jokes.
Do something needful to the nation. Jai Hind.
Hashtag start work now. That's our campaign. We want a real estate regulator, and it just seems like politics is getting in the way. First up, a Magic Bricks Now exclusive. The central government says the opposition is to blame for the crucial bills like the real estate regulatory bill and the GST not being tabled. My colleague Deepa Rana caught up with the Urban Development Minister Venkaiah Naidu this morning. Listen to what he had to say to demands of citizens and home buyers.
It's been 10 days that the real estate regulator bill has got a cabinet nod. So what do you think is the reason it has not been listed in the business?
The point is Parliament is not functioning, simply listing it for sake of listing and then not getting it. Already notice has been served for listing it on Monday. It will be coming on Monday. But question is, there are a number of bills which are pending in the House, Rajya Sabha. The GST is pending, the Scheduled Caste Prevention of Atrocities bill is pending. There are nearly 16 to 18 bills which are pending. You are seeing what is happening in Rajya Sabha. For the sake of record, just to tell people that I have placed it in the Rajya Sabha, I would have done it long back. But anyhow, yesterday, to tell them also, I have listed that also. Now I have served the notice. I am hoping that because all these bills, either GST or the real estate, all these bills were initiated during the Congress regime. For reasons best known to them, they are obstructing the functioning of the Parliament. I only appeal to them, please allow the Parliament to function. This GST bill and real estate bill are very important bills, very progressive bills. They are in the larger interest of the society. They will revive the economy. They will help the consumers also, and the builders also will also have a good atmosphere wherein there is no fly-by-night operator type of thing and all. But unfortunately, the House is not functioning. That's my worry.
So Congress has said that they are giving the support to the regular...
where is the bill? They are also saying that they are giving support to the support you are seeing in Rajya Sabha. Let us see on Monday. If they are going to give support, I say thanks to Congress party.
Well, it's been a constant demand from the citizens of this country, from home buyers like you and me, that we have a real estate regulator, and it's high time. It's a real estate regulatory bill that was cleared by Parliament 10 days ago, like we heard Deepa Rana just tell us, but it has not been tabled in Parliament. We only have 4 days to go before this session ends. Joining me on the show to find out what's going wrong and why can't we get our Parliament to work, RP Singh, leader of the BJP, who's speaking on behalf of the party, Sanjay Dutt, Managing Director, India, Cushman Wakefield, Sunil Rokhale, CEO and MD of Ask Group, Devina Gildilal, Managing Director, South Asia at RICS, and Prakash Parikal, who's the President of Homeowners Association, and from the Congress, Brijesh Kalapa also joins us. Well, Brijesh Kalapa joins us now from the Congress party. Brijesh Kalapa, citizens want to know when Parliament is going to start work. Can you give us an answer?
The Parliament will start work the day the government wants Parliament to start work. It appears that the Parliament is being held ransom to the misdeeds of the government, and the government is trying to fish in very troubled waters in places like Delhi and in places like Arunachal Pradesh. So naturally, the opposition is very upset with the way the government is using one or the other agency, including the CBI, the ED, and the governor in several cases, to destabilize and to wreak havoc on several state governments which are inimical to it. So the day this stops, then Parliament will continue.
RP Singh, respond to that. It just seems like ping pong between two parties and the citizens are suffering in the bargain.
You also know, the citizens of India also know, who is holding the Parliament to ransom and why they are holding the Parliament to ransom. They came on board to discuss the constitutional day, but they have started picking up issues after that. And we welcome their issues. But they can extend their time, they can extend it saying, okay, we'll disturb Parliament for this period, but all the rest of the bills which are relevant for economy, we'll discuss in a particular period. But for them, their dynasty, their family is more important than the nation.
Brijesh Kalapa, whatever the issues are right now, the truth is that the home buyers of this country deserve a regulator. They've waited long enough. What is it going to take right now for the parties in Parliament to put aside their differences and to put the citizens' needs first?
You see, first of all, I must tell you that the BJP is stuck in some kind of a time warp. Before 2014 May, the Indian National Congress had only 209 members of Parliament. And at that time, both the opposition leaders in the Lok Sabha and in the Rajya Sabha, that is Arun Jaitley and Sushma Swaraj, had both opined that the onus of running Parliament is on the government. And today they have a brute majority. They have 330 seats in the Lok Sabha. And yet they're trying to say that, no, the Congress party is scuttling progress and is stopping work and so on and so forth.
It's not in the Lok Sabha. You are holding things in Rajya Sabha, sir, Mr. Kalapa. Why are you telling a lie to the nation? Why are you lying to the nation? Had the Herald case not been there, things would have been normal. But because your dynasty, your first family of the Congress is in question today, because of the court order, not because of Parliament, not because of BJP, because of the court order, you are holding the Parliament to ransom because of that. And I request you, you can do that, keep doing that, but in extended time, there has been time earlier also when in extended time bills which are required to be passed are passed. You can do your protest. Please do protest. We are not holding you from doing that. In a democratic process, you are most welcome. But extend 3 hours of the day for business of the Parliament. You lodge your protest as much you want to lodge your protest.
You know, Mr. Kalapa, this just seems like a process of a blame game, blame going back and forth between who's responsible. Who's going to answer to the citizen?
No, the government has to answer. They have been put in position. If they are not in a position to...
Sir, you are not answerable when you are ruling the country. No, even you are not answerable even today. Man, you never allowed this bill to be cleared even then. You withheld the GST then. You didn't allow this bill to pass through then. You don't want to do it now also.
Mr. Kalapa, can you give us this assurance right now that if the RERA bill is tabled in Parliament on Monday morning, that the Congress will allow it to be heard and to be debated and then possibly to be passed?
No, first of all, I must tell you that insofar as the House...
it will depend on the court order tomorrow. It will not depend on what Mr. Kalapa tells you here. It will depend on the court order tomorrow.
See, insofar as the House owners is concerned, they've had a long, serious meeting with Mr. Rahul Gandhi. And he has also expressed his views, and some of them are actually part of the entire bill. So there is a huge contribution of the Indian National Congress in this. We have a stake in its passage. Now, if the government thinks that holding the gun to us and say that, look, this is what your impression in the public is, but we are going to destabilize your government in Arunachal Pradesh.
It is Mr. Rahul Gandhi's baby. So why don't you pass it in Rajya Sabha?
First of all, it has
why don't you prove of it in Rajya Sabha?
It has to be understood that the Arunachal Pradesh government was elected after May 2014. So that mandate is more recent.
Brijesh Kalapa, it seems to me that we have two parties here who are in agreement about this bill and about the contents of the bill.
You blame the BJP for it.
If we are in agreement about the bill and the contents of the bill, if your suggestions and Rahul Gandhi's suggestions were worked into the bill, why can't the bill just pass? If we all agree that this is absolutely the need of the hour, why can't the bill just pass? Why can't we put the citizens first for this one time?
Have they lost office? Have they lost the mandate? Have they lost the will?
For the nation's sake, pass this bill and take the credit. We don't mind, but pass this bill.
321 members in Parliament.
I want to bring in Sunil and Devina as well. Sunil, how important is it, not just for investors, not just for industry, but for average citizens right now who are buying homes to have a regulator as soon as possible?
Yeah, I think the basic question is that real estate as an industry and the contribution of the industry to the economic growth and the relevance of having a home for a common man is the most important question. This industry for long period of time have been suffering from governance, disclosure and transparency. What this bill is going to bring in is exactly what the regulators like SEBI, the regulator like RBI, regulator like IRDA has done to the respective industries. So I think this regulatory bill is so significant and a paradigm shift in the mindset of every stakeholder who is important as far as this industry is concerned. So
and according to the government, we need housing for all in a really short period of time by 2022. Devina, you compare the Indian market to markets across the world. There are regulators that exist across the world, regulation that exists across the world. How key is this one piece of document that's going to be tabled in Parliament? How important is it for us to put aside our differences currently and focus on getting this done?
I think, Faye, it's very, very critical that this bill go through. It's a step in the right direction, very, very welcome. Accountability, transparency is what you're really looking at. The sector has been missing that a lot. Credit, risk weightage is as low as it is because of the issues that we've been grappling with. So from an investment perspective, you're looking at a large amount of investment coming from outside the country. From a credibility perspective, from a consumer confidence perspective, I think this is something we've really been waiting for.
Sanjay Dutt, obviously we've had so many complaints about delays. People call us all the time on this channel complaining about delays. The builders tell us it's because either funds have dried up or they haven't got their approvals. How much of a difference to delays will it make if we have a regulator?
I think one of the reasons why this industry suffers is because there were really no entry barriers and almost anybody could come in, bring a land and start selling without getting the necessary approvals. And it ended up in creating a very negative perception about the whole sector. I think first thing it will do is just stop all the fly-by-night operators. They'll be out of the system because this bill will actually ensure that they're held accountable and they're very severe penalties. And I think that will be a big step to begin with. I think in next 3 to 4 years, you will see, delivery sooner than what you used to seeing right now. More accountability, the grievances of the consumers on the whole coming down.
First of all, if the government has the intention of passing these bills, the first thing they will show is their intent, and they don't have the intent to pass these bills. That's the reason they do this, and they also try to say that, look, pass these bills. It's a situation which is not going to yield itself.
All right, Prakash Parikar, I want to ask you simply this. As a representative of home buyers on this panel, are you satisfied with the answers we're hearing from our government right now?
Absolutely not. Because between two parties, we are sandwiched. The people are sandwiched. The people who had sent them to Parliament to take care of the law-making, when they say that individual issues are more important than, or issues related to parties are more important, I don't think that it is a correct answer. They should look for the welfare of the masses at large. This is Mr. Kalappa. Please tell your people concerned who are in the Parliament not to object to this particular bill. Please let this bill pass through. We heard from your topmost people that they are going to support this bill. From one reason or the other, you should not, skip away from the bill coming into a reality.
Brijesh Kalappa, that suggestion that you spend half the day bringing up issues that are concerning you across various state governments and the other half of the day actually tabling bills, is that a suggestion that you might actually accept and take to your party? Is that a suggestion your party can expect, at least for citizens' sake for the time being, since we only have 4 days to go?
No, actually, the fact that you're questioning me all the time and not the BJP, it shows how poorly the BJP is doing. Because they are in government, they have 321 members of parliament, and today nobody is even bothered about them to ask their opinions.
Okay, so let's question the BJP.
You are holding the parliament to ransom because of your first family.
It shows what kind of, demented policies they have.
It's not Arunachal Pradesh, it's not Punjab, it's not CBI, it's just one agenda, one pointed agenda. That is
because even
your first family, the dynasty which is governing Congress, that's the only agenda.
So it means that, virtually the BJP has lost the will to rule.
No, because you are holding the parliament to ransom. It's you are holding the parliament to ransom. It's you are holding the economy to ransom. I'm saying so.
Okay, Ajay Mehta.
You have one independent argument from the other side.
You are holding the economy to ransom for that reason. Because you derailed the economy.
Well, you know, this is what's going to happen. If both of you are going to talk at the same time, we will get no work done on this panel either. Ajay Mehta has called us. He's a citizen. He has something to say to the two of you. Ajay Mehta, go ahead.
Well, actually, I don't know, I'm at a loss of words, and I'm so disappointed when I see a congressman and a BJP fight over like this. Like, you know, I'm sorry to use the word, but like cats and dogs over issues which only pertain to themselves. I basically am from Campacola. We went through a struggle which most of the nation saw, and we were at the verge of losing our homes. And I don't know if any of you guys have felt that in your lives. And I think it's time for you all to recognize that this is a necessity for the people who vote for you. You know, roti, kapda and makan. Makan is what we need. It's something you need to survive. It's not about your politics and the corruption or any other issues. You guys need to rise above this. For Campacola, we managed to get all the parties on the same table, unanimously saying, let's save Campacola, because they understood this is a common man's problem. He's going to be dishoused. And this real estate bill is going to ensure in time to come that there are no more Campacolas. Now, I understand you have issues. You're in politics and that's what you do. But you guys need to rise above this for once. All we are saying is pass the damn bill. There are no controversies in this bill. Both the Congress and the BJP has personally assured us. I've been lobbying in Delhi for the last 15 days. We met all the top people. And like Prakash mentioned, the Congress top people have said that, you know, we are with you as long as the bill is not diluted. The BJP has said it. What is the fight about? You guys can continue your quarrel over other things. All we are saying is there's a bill here which does not have any controversy from any party. It's a bill promoted by UPA, and now it's in the NDA's court, and the NDA has had a joint selection Rajya Sabha committee where all the members are part of. So why can't you just get
What is the fight about? That's a fair question.
Why can't you just get it going? You can keep on fighting. But why are you not passing this bill? The fact is, you know, the BJP or the Congress, nobody is saying we won't do it. But you still, when it comes to pushing it, you're talking about the first family, last family, second family. I'm saying that's all fine. Can't you just put it aside for once and think about the people who voted you to power? You owe it to us.
You owe it to us. That is fair. Brijesh Kalapa, you owe it to us. Anybody in Parliament right now owes us this much. You owe us a real estate regulator. There is absolutely no reason, no valid reason why we shouldn't have a regulator at the end of the winter session. Why can't we simply have one? Why can't you set aside your differences for one day, for just one day, and put your citizen first and give us the regulator that we need and deserve? Just tell me yes or no. Why can't you simply do that?
Yeah, I support you. I think it ought to be done.
It can be done?
I think it ought to be done.
It ought to be done.
The initiative should come from government.
Will it be done on Monday? RP Singh, will it be done?
Monday,
it ought to be done, is what the Congress is saying.
Mr. Kalapa, thank you. So Monday it will be done?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
So we welcome it. Thank you so much, Mr. Kalapa. Monday, ask your parliamentary party to support this bill.
Sure. But like I said, the first offer should come from you.
The first offer should come from you. RP Singh, first offer, are you making the offer? Make it on the show right now.
No, offer is the bill is... No. Oh, I'm saying the bill is being tabled on Monday. Please, I'm welcoming it. I'm requesting you, folded and requesting you, please, come on, please have it approved on Monday. Ask your parliamentary party to approve it in Rajya Sabha.
Brijesh Kalapa, is that a good enough offer for you? When you say the first offer should come from the government, what do you mean?
No, I'm saying that there are certain issues which have been flagging. Can't be that on the one hand, they keep trying to destabilize our government.
No, you already said that. You already said that. Brijesh Kalapa, you already said that. That's not my question to you. The other issues are not my question to you. My question is, if this bill is tabled on Monday morning, will you support it?
Look, you're calling from magic bricks, and of course you have a stake in all this. But supposing somebody calls me from Arunachal Pradesh, it's a television channel, and they say, like, you have given away your opposition to what the government
No. Hang on. I have no stake in this other than the fact that I'm a citizen of this country and I demand you do your job.
No, but Arunachal Pradesh people are also citizens of this country.
Which is fair. We are all citizens of this country. So you have certain days of winter session in Parliament. Address the issues at hand.
It can't be.
Don't tell me I have a stake. I am a home buyer. I'm a citizen of this country and it is within my power to demand you do your job.
Yeah,
just like it's within the power of the people in Arunachal Pradesh that you do your job. But you can't put it off for too longer. We have 4 days. We're working on a deadline. We all have jobs to do. And we know when we have a deadline, you put aside your differences and you get going. You get to the job. My question to you is simply this. Can you spend Monday, 1 day, on the real estate regulatory bill and give us the bill that we need?
I've already said yes. How many times do you want me to say yes? I've already said yes.
You're still putting down conditions, Mr. Kalapa. You're still putting down conditions.
No, what conditions? I mean, look, let's be serious on this show. Let's be very serious. There are certain issues which are non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. Insofar as the democracy of the country is concerned,
there is just one issue, which is family. No, it's not country first, it's the family first.
Prakash, how does this make you feel as a citizen? If Brijesh Kalapa wants to say that I have an interest in passing the bill as a citizen, Prakash, I want to cut to the home buyer and the representative of the Home Buyers Association. How does this make you feel?
Disgusting. That is the word which I have to use. Because you are trying to link unimportant issues, which are not relevant to a legislation which is most important, which is required immediately, which should be passed. That has been getting stalled. And today, as far as I got a message very recently when on my way to the studios, that there is a truce which has happened and all the parties had agreed, opposition parties, to conduct business as usual except for the GST bill. They are all cooperating and they are going to, transact the business in the house.
Let's hope that's true. Sanjay Dutt, tell me this, for investors watching from across the world right now, what sort of a view does this give them of our country? The fact that we make promises of regulators, of bills, of reform, we don't actually see that happen.
Obviously, it will be very disturbing. And having said that, the same government in power this time went ahead and relaxed so many foreign direct real estate investment regulations. Very encouraging. And on one side, we have that, which is very encouraging. On the other side, obviously, this bill, which is also so important for the whole sector to regulate. And if this gets done, wonderful. If it's going to be debated like this, obviously, it'll be India's credibility.
Well, I'll tell you this. Brijesh Kalapa has left the conversation and moved to another television channel at this point. So obviously, the priorities here are completely wrong. He's not given us a confirmation that the Congress party will support the bill. He has put down several conditions. He actually said that Arunachal at this point is more important than the home buyers of this country. We're going to watch and see what happens on Monday morning if the bill is tabled and how the opposition reacts to that bill. But this is terribly, terribly disappointing for industry and more importantly for home buyers. Devina, tell me this, when globally you're looking at regulators and globally looking at how regulation is done, how far behind is India right now? How unattractive does this make India that we don't have a regulator?
Well, I'd still say we are an attractive investment destination. Having said that, I think our biggest challenge right now is how low we are at the transparency index. So globally, everybody has really been waiting for this. It's not just the citizens of India, but I think globally investors are also looking at this being able to come in because it impacts the sector's credibility. It impacts how the sector goes up. So from a perspective of saying we are no longer at a stage where we are insulated, we are looking at a lot of foreign investment coming in, and we are definitely not speaking the same language.
All right, we want a real estate regulator. We will push the government, we'll push the opposition. We are your voice. If you have something to add, you want us to take it to the government, #StartWorkNow, tweet it out, send out a message, and we will take it to our governments and we will push until we have a regulator because that is what is owed to us. Stay with Magic Bricks now.